Hello there, out in YouTube land, and welcome back to the channel tonight. Now, I did say on the previous channel, if you previous video rather, that if you wanted whatever, you vote, but nobody commented. So I'm just gonna do onion bhaji. So here we go. Right, very simple. So I'm gonna do. I've done a few bits and pieces in the background, not to bore you, but I thought I'd do some of it. So that you know what's going on. So I've got some onions. I'm not too happy about this one. You can have a look. Not too happy about that. Well, I can get most of it. Anyway, so when it comes to chopping the onions, what you want to do is obviously one onion. You want to slice that one in half, like so. And then that again, you want it in slices, okay? So not too thick, not too thin. All right. So I'm going to just do that now. Just wanted to show you this bit because I don't want you to dice the onion. That's not what we're after. So if I show you, come up and show you. It's about, see that? About 3 or 4 mil. That'd be perfect. Goes in there. Now I'm only doing a couple of onions. But you could do 3 onions, you could do the lot. So have a look like that. No, that's not too bad actually. I think the worst of it, it's only a little bit that's bad in that onion. Just gonna chop that out. I only bought that yesterday as well, isn't that bad? I won't mention the supermarket. But, yeah, how would they know? Really, would they? Probably got it. It's only been out maybe a couple of days. Very difficult to tell. So it's not getting a tiz over it. Right, so we're going to slice that onion up there. Let's have a look how many am I going to get out of that. Just going to see, because this is only for me and I'm going to take them over to my mum tomorrow. So I am going to do another one because I want to do a fair few. Now in the background you're not seeing it, but there is a fat fryer on the go. You don't have to have a fat fryer, you could have a pan with oil. So but you need a thermometer of that because you want it around 150 to 170 roughly, between those two figures, because you don't want the oil to be too hot when you come to fry it, because what will happen is it'll cook on the outside and not on the inside. All right, so it's important you have the oil at a good temperature but not too hot, because otherwise, as I say, it burns on the outside and not on the, and it won't cook on the inside, and that's not good. And what we'll do in a minute is I'll go through all the spices and all the extra bits that you need. Whilst the onions are, because I'll show you in a bit what doing a certain process, we will do the mint ratty. Okay, again, I'm just halving them and then slicing them, eyes watering slightly. That's okay. Actually, that 1.5 is going to be enough, I think, for me and my mum. Okay. That means I've got a half an onion I need to use up. Okay. Oh, right. There's my onion. Okay. I have washed my hands, by the way. Just to let you know. I have some salt here. And we're going to sprinkle some salt on this. And then we're going to massage the salt into the onions. A little bit more. But yeah, the fine salt, okay, not the rock salt. A little bit more. Okay. Right. So that's salted. And what's that going to do is it's actually, that salt will actually draw some of the moisture out of the onion. It just means that when you come to it, your onions are going to be much more crispier. Just going to cover that. Oh, look at me like crying. Oh. I just love chopping onions. Oh. Okay. So that's that bit done. So what I'm going to do whilst it's done there, I'm just going to blend this up. Now what's in here is some garlic, some ginger, some chilies, and some coriander, all fresh. All right. It's my favourite little thing here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to blitz it down. It's a blade in there. It's a little ninja. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bowl out. Okay. And blitz down. Oh, I tell you what, those onions definitely sorted me out. There you are. Now I need to empty this out because I'm going to show you how to do the mit rati, and I need this bowl for that. Okay, that's that. I'm just going to give this a quick swill out. Get everything as much as I can out of that. There we go. Just going to give it a quick swill. Actually, do you know what? I didn't need to do that. I forget you've got another one, but there we go. Doesn't matter. Just quickly get it sorted. And we'll whack the blade back in there. I really need to clean the blade's pretty clean. Okay, so what I'm going to do whilst this is drawing the moisture out is I'm going to show you how to do the mit rati, which is very, very simple. So I got some fresh mint. Got me right there. Just going to throw that in there. Stalks and all. It's all going to get chopped up in the ninja, so don't worry about it. Then for me, in my one, I do like to have chili. Now, de-seeded chili. So all I've done is I've just cut it, and I'm just going to de-seed it by just spooning out the pips. Just be careful if you're going to get amorous later on. By the way. That you make sure your hands are being nicely cleaned afterwards, because I don't think your partner's going to appreciate if you have chilly fingers. That won't be very nice. So I have got some mixed chili. That's just one in there, and I do like my chili, so I'm going to do 1.5, and I have just to change up a bit of a red one as well. And again, I'm just going to scrape out the pips, and that goes in there as well. Sugar, tablespoon, a tablespoon, not a teaspoon, tablespoon of granulated sugar, maybe a bit more. Secret ingredient. The secret of secret ingredients in my secret sauce. Secret is you. Okay. Mango chutney. Okay. About 1, 2, 3 of those. Lovely. Don't worry, I won't lick the spoon. I know that's really, really bad. And finally, natural yogurt. This is nice and easy. Just gonna spoon, well, it's gonna be a bit stir, and then spoon some of this in. I'll spoon it till it's at the top because I want plenty. Okay. So that's gone in there. Now I can add some more if I need to. Put the new top on again. And again, just blitz it down. just get another teaspoon, have a quick taste. Needs a bit of a more of a blitz down. That could do with a little bit more sugar and some more mango chutney, definitely. It's a bit bitty that, so it does need a little longer to blitz down. A bit more sugar. Top on. Oh, it's a bit crunchy that because I didn't blitzed it down long enough. Okay, it should be. Okay, let's have a taste. Yeah, lovely. Perfect. Let's get rid of that. Pour that into, let's just show you. There we go. Pour that into there. And we have a wonderful accompaniment to you on your Bhajis. Okay, a mint ratties. Absolutely lovely, that is. Very, very simple. That goes in the wash. Okay. So that should be long enough now for my onions to have wet a bit of moisture, and you can actually see, you see they're a bit of a glisten to the onions. That's where the moisture has started to come out of them. Okay, got the rest of my coriander here. That's going to chop that up in a minute. Next thing we want on top of there is egg. So with that much onion, I think we probably need 2. So I'm just going to crack these eggs on top. Then using my favourite spatula, I'm just going to mix that in. And what I want to do is make sure the egg, maybe one more egg actually. Yeah, definitely. Quite a lot of onion in there. So I'm going to have another egg. So basically you want to make sure that all the onion has got a good coating of egg on it. Get some one more. So depending on how much onion you use, so if you use 1 onion, for example, you won't need as many eggs. See on some of the cookie programs they get their hands in there, but I'm just using my favourite spatula. You're sort of breaking the onions down as well while you're doing this as well, making sure that's that. Okay, so that's got a really good coating of egg now. Next thing is, what we're going to do is start adding all our extras, okay? So our extras, here we go. We have our Power 4, which are our coriander. That's a coriander there, so that's almost finished. I've got another backup there. Our cumin, our garam masala, and our turmeric, and also some curry powder as well. Okay, now I haven't pre-mixed it, I'm just going to add it, and it's about a teaspoon and a half of each, and a good tablespoon of curry powder. And what you want to do is make sure that the onion is totally surrounded with that paste. Okay. Now I'll show you what the next is after that. So first things first, what I'm going to do is put in a tablespoon of, quite a generous tablespoon of curry powder. Next thing is my garam masala. Have you never noticed that these you can't get your teaspoons in? Now I haven't got it, but there are a little tiny little measuring things. But if you turn your teaspoon around, then you can do it. You think they design it so that so that was my garam masala there. So this is the coriander. Looking at the amount, that's about, finish that one off and go in the recycle. Cumin. Turmeric. Turmeric's really just for colour, you know. It has got some taste to it, but I find it's just for colour really. And we're going to add a little bit more coriander because that wasn't enough. Okay, fresh wise, what you want is some coriander, which I've got here, which is just going to chop down a little bit. I should have got some more coriander, but there's enough here. Because I did put coriander in with the... Oh, what I'm doing? It's here, isn't it? Oh, I'm silly. Kev, you've already done it. There we go, the paste. And that's got garlic, the chilies, all the other bits and pieces in it. Alright, and then we're just going to mix this together. What you want to see is it changing colour. Making sure that all those spices all blended together, are all covering the onion nicely. So you want a good coverage. Alright, now if you feel like it's not covered, then just add some more. And that's exactly what we've got here, because I've got quite a bit of onion in here. So I just don't think there's enough in there. So I'm going to add, again, I'm just going to add some more of the blend of spices. Now you can pre-blend these if you wanted to, you know, mix them all together beforehand and then go from there. That's what I normally do. It just saves time, I think, but there's nothing wrong with doing it this way. Ooh. And then I'll put a bit extra curry powder. Okay. There we go, that should be plenty now. Now you can make these extra spicy if you wanted to, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I do like my ones spicy. So I'll be putting some extra cashmere cherries, but the other ingredient you need is cumin seeds. Okay, cumin seeds, put those in. Now some people like to add sliced potato. Nothing wrong with that. I just like it where it's just the onions. So sprinkling with Kashmiri chilies. That was going to give my onion bhajis a real kick. You don't have to add that if you don't want. You don't have to add chili, the chili to it if you don't want them. If you want your onion bhajis just crispy, but not spicy. So you know, you can take that ingredient out if you want to. And then a taste enhancer, which is aromat. I know that's a bit contentious, but again, you don't have to add that. It's just me. Okay, so that's ready now to add the flour. And I say flour, so what flour, Kev? Well, this is a good question, and this is the flour that I'm going to be adding. Gram flour. Now, you won't find it in the flour aisle, okay? You'll find this in the World Foods aisle with the Indian section next to the basmati rice and all that. It's an Indian flour, and it's absolutely excellent for onion bhajis. Please don't use any other flour because it won't be as nice. Make the effort and get some gram flour. I think this big bag costs about £2.30, so it's quite cheap as well. And it's fine, but to make it even nicer when we put it in, I'm going to be sieving it in as well, okay? And this, by the way, is where it's about eyeballing. There's no real measurement. You can't say 100 grams or whatever. It's about adding it little bit by little bit until you get a good paste, okay? Sticky paste, that's what you're after. At the moment, this is a bit runny. You can see it's runny. Let's just show you. You can see there's quite a lot of liquid in there, if you can see it, and you'll see the difference when I add the flour. As I add the flour, you'll see the difference, okay? But you can see that that is really well pasted now and ready for the flour. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to get a big spoon. I'm going to put at least, I think 3 will be 3 big spoons of the flour. I'm going to sieve that in, and then we're going to mix it in. Now, if you find that you've put too much flour in, right, which can happen, then crack another egg in, or half an egg, or you know, but should be, and you'll see a difference in a minute. I reckon that's going to be absolutely perfect. You don't want it too runny because you can be making patties out of this in a minute and then whacking them in the oil. Just looking over it, yeah, it's gone green, good. Okay, just seeing how sticky that is. It's quite good. Okay, yeah, I think it's going to be good. So if you can see now, it's actually become quite a sticky sort of big mess, but it's not runny. You see that? Okay, so you don't want it too dry, but also you don't want it too runny. So it's about eyeballing it until you get this, where you know you can make pretty, and they're going to stick together. That's it. When you actually make them, they're going to stick together. Now, how do you make these patties? Well, the spoon I've just used, I'm using that, getting another spoon, and then the two, then I'll make a patty and then I'll put it into the oil, okay? Now, I can't really show you that bit because the oil's over there. Actually, I can turn this around. Actually, I'll go over there and I'll turn you around. Just bear with me. It's only me on my lonesome in here. Okay. Sorry about that. There's not much I can do. So here we are. I've got my fat fryer. It's been going now, nice and hot. So it's up at about 150, between 150 170. It's about 160, yeah, 160. So I don't want it too hot, and I don't want it too cold either, because what I don't want to be doing is burning them, okay? So I'm just going to make up a patty. Now you can make really big onion bhajis if you wanted to, or you can make bite-sized ones. I'm going to make a little bite-sized one. See that? Just make a little bite-sized one. Now I can notice that that oil's not quite hot enough, so I'm just going to turn it up a little bit. It's a nice thing about having a fat fryer is that I can just adjust the heat very, very quickly. So I've just turned that up to about about 170. So this one I'm doing now is a bit bigger. So if you want uniform size, then obviously take a bit of time, but this one I want a nice chunky one. See, the big is a bit bigger. All right, so it's going to take a bit longer to fry. And in my particular one, you can you can use a fryer, but just you do need a thermostat for that to get the temperature of the oil right. You can guess. So you normally get about three in there. There we go. And they'll fry for about 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, I'm going to let them go for a bit, and then what I'll do is I'll get in there and I'll actually rotate them. But you can see it's not spitting because it's not too hot. And what it will do is it will cook all the way through, and that's what we want. At the end of the day, we want a nice penetration of the fat right through the onion bhaji. I'm just going to get a couple more spoons, because those are ones for me to form the onion bhaji, and these are ones I want to manipulate it in the fat. All I'm doing now is I'm just rotating them. They've already bonded nicely together. Okay. My favourite oil, this fat fryer, is full of rapeseed. I just like rapeseed oil. I think it's a good oil. Quite healthy oil. Don't know what you think out there in YouTube land. What do you reckon? What's your favourite oil to use? Or maybe you don't do any fried foods, I don't know. This is not a good recipe for you if you don't like fried food. Yeah, so you fry it for about 2-3 minutes, then rotate it another 2 minutes, and rotate it another 2 minutes, and rotate it another 2 minutes. About 6 minutes in total. Okay. And I can see it nicely cooking away, but it's not burning, which is really good. Because that flour is so fine, you're going to get that, still going to get that really nice crunch. I've got a plate here ready. Just going to rotate them again. And you'll see even the small ones are quite hefty, quite big, even the small ones. But there's enough in here for, I would say, maybe 15 to 20, maybe 20 onion bhajis, which is, you know, enough for a dinner party. But what you're better off doing is doing them like now, put them to the side, and then if you've got one, an air fryer, whacking them in the air fryer, and then reheating them in the air fryer. They do keep for 3 days. If you want to put them in the fridge, put them in a storage thing and fridge. The best thing to do when you take them out the oil, which I haven't got by the way, which is a bit silly of me, is if you've got some greaseproof paper, not greaseproof paper, some kitchen towel, you know, the kitchen thing, put them on a baking tray and just let the oil drain off of them. For, you know, just let the, and then when you serve them, there's no droplets of oil on the actual onion bhaji, which is a nice thing. Okay, just one more turn. Smells lovely. Well, how long we've been cooking that for? I think 4 minutes, maybe just another couple of minutes. Excuse me one more second, I'll be back in a second. I'm back. Okay, so we're near enough there, not far. Probably right now. Okay, let's flip these out. So I say you're better off putting on some greaseproof paper for a bit, but there you go, onion bhajis. What do we do once we got them on the table? You get your mint sauce, and you put a bit of mint sauce on top, like so. Onion bhajis, Kev Thomas style. That is lovely. They come out really nice every time. So you can have that with some poppadoms, some lime pickle, maybe make up onion and tomato little salad, you know, the real diced salad you can have all the accompaniments with it, and that is the perfect Indian starter. Mind you, don't drink 2 of them because they are moreish, and if you have too many, you won't want your main meal. So be careful of these because they are lovely. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, okay?